Cement leaves as an art project or garden art. I'm with the artist, Ann Kinkle. Thanks for having us out today.
Oh, you're welcome.
This is such a great project, and there's such a nice way to preserve beautiful leaves in your garden and show them off and do different projects with them. I just think that it's easy, and you're just going to show us how to do that.
Yes, I am. And we'll start really quick. You use Portland cement, type 1 Portland cement, and you use equal parts of cement and sand. So I have 2 cups of cement and a cup of sand, and you're going to mix that together. And while you're doing that, a lot of times I form like a base of sand to give the leaf some shape. You can also make it flat. You can do anything you want. So we're going to put the leaf on there while we start to mix.
Okay. And I didn't put enough in. And so the consistency, what could we liken it to?
When you're
professional
done,
do this.
Yeah, you want to
just keep mixing it and just keep going and do a little at a time so that you don't overwater it.
Right.
Because then it's too mushy and you have to add more cement or sand to it. So this is a really important part to do. So we're just going to keep doing that. And you said that fuzzy leaves are probably more difficult. Once you're more experienced, do a fuzzy leaf, go to something smooth like a hosta leaf.
Right, hosta leaves are great, dogwoods, hydrangea leaves. Fuzzy leaves, you might need a release spray. Pam cooking spray is a really good one.
Oh, great idea.
So that the leaf releases easier, or you can just leave them out for a long time and let them get so dry that it falls off. Now, we want just a pinch more water.
All right.
And that'll give us a great consistency.
I've even seen like calla leaves or taro leaves.
Yes.
Those look really nice. I think bigger is pretty, but you could do small leaves too.
Right. My suggestion is always to start out with something small till you get the feel of it.
Great idea. So it's kind of like frosting consistency.
There we go.
And then just use a spatula to kind of put it onto the leaf. Is that or a spoon?
Or a spoon. And I usually start, you want your big veins to have a lot of cement on them because that's where it will be the thinnest.
And then how thick do we layer it on?
You want it to be about a ½ inch thick. The larger the leaf and the bigger the veins, obviously, the thicker you're going to want it.
And do you feather it out to the edge a little bit so it's a little thinner on the edge?
Yeah. I start from the center and start moving out.
And then how long, do we have to do this really quick? Is this going to really set fast?
No, it won't set really fast. When you're curing it, you'll want it to cure at least 2 days.
And that's the drying?
And you don't want it to be in the direct sunlight. Like we'll move this someplace else. You don't want it to be outrageously hot. I'm going to grab
a littler spoon.
This fine instrument here.
So you have these utensils at home, so you don't have to buy anything special other than the ingredients to do that.
I just raid the kitchen.
And so you're just kind of feathering it, playing it, just laying it down a little bit and following the contour
of the leaf. And one thing I don't have up here right now, but you can, if it starts to go over, you could put sand on that and that'll stop the flow of the concrete. Okay. And I usually keep one of those shakers that you might put Parmesan cheese or chili or something in order.
You're just kind of sugaring the edge so it stops
and that's exactly the term. And a lot of people at the end cover this with sand so they can pat it harder. And I don't usually do that anymore because I get tired of the sand dropping out all the time. So I'm not fine-tuning this a lot, but I think you're getting the idea of what we're doing here.
Right. And so this is one that you've done already on this cardboard, and it kind of shows it's starting to cure. It's showing it's not all the way to the edge, but that gives it a different look.
Right. And you can play with that. And I did this just to show you this hasn't been done for very long, and it looks like it's really solid. But they break really easily at that point.
So be careful.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you let them cure enough time because you don't, after you work on it, you don't want that to happen.
So this has been curing for those 2 days?
This has been curing for 2 days. And you can see how we put it on sand, and then you just
how easy.
Peel your leaf off, and there you are. Now, and you know, you don't want to be throwing it around even at this point.
Okay.
Concrete in your foundation takes 2 years to cure completely.
All right, so be careful.
The longer that you have it, you can sand the edges if you want, clean it up.
All right.
But that's...
Well, you've made some beautiful things here, and I love your earrings. You got to show those off.
Okay.
So that's made out of cement also, but
These are
very
cement.
thin.
Very thin.
They're very cute. And then these are ornaments for the Christmas tree. And look at the pretty painting on that. It just has a little bit of green with gold or burgundy and a gold kind of finish to it. You could do all kinds of things with them. This is a beautiful Amazon lily. I know that you were one of the artists at the Hughes Water Garden Art Show.
Yes.
And this is just beautiful. There's many things you could do with them. I also love to see this newer one that you've done. A newer creation this year is the mushrooms. And that's a lotus leaf.
Yes.
And I just think they're popping up all over your garden, and they're just something so fun to just see. It's an intrigue, it's a garden art, and just something that is a great accent in the garden bed. Well, thank you so much for having us out. We're going to put the recipe up on the website, gardentime.tv, and you could try this at home. It's very easy. Just get all the supplies together, raid the kitchen, and get some utensils, and you too can be an artist just like Ann.
And it's fun.
Thanks for having us out today.
Thanks for coming.